Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, see you later.
Yeah.
It was the post-Lake Norman episode, right?
Yeah, post-trip episode, yeah.
We got a lot of family updates. Seemed to be what this was.
Yeah, it was a lot of time spent with family members and checking in and whatnot, and so, yeah.
Yeah, doing all that.
Yeah.
We had Ashley's mom came over and talked to her for a little while. That was good. We learned some things. We learned that Dean does not look exactly like Michael.
Yeah, I mean, they both have characteristics.
Yeah, he looks enough like Michael, but
right.
He's not like a spitting, with hair and everything, he looks a little more like Ashley.
Yeah.
Whereas when he was a little kid, you saw him looking like Michael, you're like, oh, that kid looks just like Michael Darby.
Yes, very much so.
Spitting image.
Very much so.
So, what else did we have going on?
No, she had a good talk with her mom. I didn't realize it had been so long since she'd been dealing with this mom's partner issue, and that's still going on, and that he's not very helpful, and that Ashley feels very responsible, to take care of her mom because she can't take care of herself fully, it seems.
Right.
And then she has the two kids, and so it's a lot. So yeah, I like those moments, or moments like these with Ashley, because she's not being messy. It's just like being more herself, and not having to really be Ashley the reality star.
Not perform much.
Yeah, actually, like Ashley the daughter. Yeah.
I think, and ever since I started watching Potomac with you, I think whenever Ashley's dealt with her family, she just seems more real and just much more, this is how it is.
Right.
And just relaxed. I mean, even what she wears, not necessarily this episode. I remember there was one where she went over to her sister's house or something, and they're just sitting around in folding chairs in the backyard. And
that was probably her uncle.
Uncle something, yeah.
I think she's the only child, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never really thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I've always liked Ashley when she gets into those things. In fact, there's a little, at the end toward the end when Giselle and Ashley meet with Karen, it was a little fakey McFake. You noticed though that when Ashley was in her kitchen, she was wearing G&A.
Oh yes, finally. I think that I've seen that before on the website, but it actually looks really cute, and that's what she should be doing, wearing the stuff on the show. Giselle should do that too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Not those shorts she was wearing.
Those are bad shorts. Yeah.
Giselle wearing bad shorts? I don't understand.
Yeah. Karen's outfit was cute. Ashley's outfit was cute, and Giselle looked great from the neck up, and that was great. Yeah, it was Karen and this whole me and her opioid addiction that didn't really.
Yeah, again, it's that whole thing where she just deflects and she trying to make something stick, and it really doesn't.
And then once it's explained, it's okay, that makes sense. You had a painkiller addiction after you gave birth, and there you go. Yeah. Glad she overcame that through the chiropractic method. Yeah,
that seemed like such a weird stretch of Mia to be like, well, that's my look for alternative medicine, and
that's when
chiropractic work really, made its way into my life. Okay.
Jesus.
What do you think about Karen's countdown? The countdown to Karen, because clearly the subject of the season, and
it's not it's next week, so it's it's a dumb countdown.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. So it really just led to her navigating through the different events, the different things, but then meeting with her cousin, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, and just really talking, talking but not talking about the trial.
It's so many things, whether it be in scene or in confessional, where she's I can't talk about that. I've already said too much. It's okay, well, let's just wait till this court date happens, and then maybe you can talk some more.
Yeah, even when Mia asked, so is this or whoever asked, it was is this a trial, or is it just a hearing? And she go, I can't talk about it. It's I'm pretty sure you can.
You can't specify that. I saw an admission of guilt saying it's a blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was just oh, all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that'll be what we get next week. It looks like, or will we? I'm not even sure.
We see her going into court, and they're having a prayer circle for her. So yeah, I think. We don't have enough prayer circles around here. No,
we gotta do prayer circles.
Not enough.
We with the family side of things as well. That's when Wendy's kids graduated
PK
Pre-K,
and elementary
yeah.
school. Yeah.
PK and elementary school.
Yes.
I couldn't remember if I did a sixth grade graduation. I think we did. I know we did a kindergarten, and then I did a sixth grade, and then I know I did an eighth grade graduation.
We only had one for me, and that was just high school.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's the way it should have been. Although I look really cute in my eighth grade graduation. So like 1991, it hurt.
These are good times.
Yeah, I like a puffy jacket. It was great. I loved it. I'm wearing white pants, you know me. So, but yeah, I thought that kind of went hand in hand with Wendy talking about, how it's expected in her culture to take care of her mother.
An allowance.
Yeah.
She like Venmo'd her.
Yeah. I was just like, I couldn't.
Here's your allowance, $500.
Well, it's also like, I don't know. I mean, just older people knowing how Venmo works also makes me excited. I'm just like, oh, at least her mom knows Venmo.
Well, yeah, because she would have to, because she's going to have to transfer it to her account. It doesn't go automatically to her bank account. It goes to her Venmo account.
Right.
So she learned for those reasons.
They did exactly. They couldn't just Zelle.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, and so it's kind of neat, that whole, conversation of stuff, and then threatening her children to
not get their trust fund.
Have a PhD or a
master's. It's like, at least, I think it's like, it's not even like a low bar. A bachelor's is a really good accomplishment.
Yeah.
So like to say like you have to go above that to get a master's, I'm like, I don't want a master's.
And yeah,
I want a trust fund, but I don't want a master's.
And they're not even, none of them are teenagers yet. For God's sake, let them get to high school before they start talking about, master's degrees. So
that was a bit much.
Yeah, that was a little bit much. But I think that other than those, there was the painting.
Oh yeah,
painting.
Yes, a lot of not a lot, but like a good amount of Stacey.
Yeah,
and TJ, and how they're not having sex, and he basically said it. He's like, nope, not getting the D.
You can ask for it, but
it's really awkward.
And see if you get that for.
It's really awkward.
Yeah, very awkward
and corny.
But yeah, then I think other than that, that's what kind of leads to
Jassi's boyfriend, who I'm really surprised. He must be like very low on the totem pole at the Chiefs, because I don't expect him to be like, Travis Kelce, but like the fact that he's on camera so much, it's like, I wonder who had to like sign off on that.
I don't know a damn thing about football really, but I do believe they mentioned that he was not freelance, but he was, I forget what they call it.
Well, she's
free range.
Well, she's saying at the end of each year, they all basically have to determine whether or not they get a contract.
Yeah, he doesn't have a contract. So I think for him and specifically, like he's low enough on the totem pole where they might trade him easily to another team.
Right.
They're not like too pressed about whether or not, he's on camera or something.
Right.
Or if he was higher up there and kind of represented more the face of the Chiefs, I'm sure that would be.
That's true as well. Yes.
Yeah. But, I don't know. And also, I wonder who has NFL rights this year. I forget. Is it, if NBC does, it's like NBC Universal, we're going to go.
Is it Fox usually?
I don't know. It changes from year to year.
Yes.
I think it might be CBS this year, but these are things that two gay men who don't watch football don't know about. So
it was a fine party. It wasn't anything.
Free agent. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, it was a fine party.
Everyone was going to a different event, though, in terms of like how they're dressed.
Yeah, like every time someone walked in, you and I were like, "What is she wearing?"
It's like I have a gown, or I have a cocktail dress, or I'm just wearing, a polo shirt.
And Ashley had a bustle. Like what? It was weird. It was just a weird thing going on.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It just has that silhouette that says, "Hi, my ass needs to be bigger than it actually is."
Yes.
Which I guess it gives you that look, but I don't know. I just don't want it to have like the. Bridgerton, wicked.
It was very Bridgerton, or even like Gilded Age.
Oh yeah. So, but then Kiara showed up wearing like this weird cutout dress that was all kind of.
It was just like tacky, and it was just no one really looked that great.
No, and that's where Giselle took. Oh, Mia just right off the bat was just all like, I hear you saying I went to rehab. And it seemed like Mia was having a problem with the fact that she was, I overdosed. I went to the hospital. Not to rehab. Like it almost like had that whole like, oh no, rehab's for quitters sort of
Yeah.
mentality where it's like it's okay.
I went holistic.
Like it almost made I don't know, but it almost I don't know. It sounds like she just didn't want she was drawing a line at like, oh, going to rehab means I had a problem, but overdosing, no problem.
Yeah, I feel like if you overdose, wouldn't you have to go to rehab? Or
No, I mean they just addressed the overdose thing.
Yeah.
It could have just been.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It feels like a natural step to go to rehab, but
Yeah,
yes, that didn't happen.
it did not apparently. But I like how Giselle was like, hey, let's get you guys away from the rest of the group.
Giselle's the peacemaker. Giselle's like, let's solve this issue.
But she gets them away from the rest of the group, and slowly, one by one, all the women just show up standing around them. Like, what's the point?
It's like, can we just keep this sweet? Like, it should have been the three of them, but they all just kept walking over like, what?
It made me think if the producers were just like, hey, go see what's going on.
Yeah.
And just one by one, like, hey, what's going on over here?
Hey, how's it going, Mr.
I was pleased to see that Vivian was there with Karen. That was nice.
I forgot about her.
Yeah, I liked her from the first few episodes in the dress shop.
Right.
So
And the Karen brunch.
yeah, but she didn't really do anything in those episodes or this one either. So
that's why she's not a friend of. She's just like a little guest star, but she seems nice. Yeah.
I do feel like the women were, being a little too shady about TJ. Like the whole
What are you saying?
run,
Yeah, it's not a run situation. It's like this works for her, whatever. I think so. Ashley was just, whatever. But I think when he's saying like, I can tell this man is not sexually active.
Yeah. Shady as hell, but
Accurate.
Yeah, accurate. So
Accurate.
I can't really argue.
Accurate. Yeah.
We went to the zoo. No one goes to the zoo.
That was just weird. That's why I was gonna say like we worked out because they
I
work
thought so,
out
too.
Yeah.
Also it explains why that guy's arms the size of my head. He must every time he wants to have sex, he just works out. And
he's like, let me get in a workout.
I mean, I should maybe try that, and I'd be in a much better shape.
We all should just be in better shape.
No, I'm just saying specifically when you're like, I kind of want to have sex. I'm going to go to the gym instead. A lot of people go running when they if they're quitting smoking.
I feel like you would, not be able to run because you're all the smoking you've done.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're trying to get.
I mean, I don't smoke and I can't run, but I can't imagine smoking and trying to run.
I don't think you're doing it at the same time.
I know, but I'm saying
everything is an improvement, though.
Smoking, really, and yeah.
It's all incremental. But wasn't are we?
Well, Mia.
Oh, Mia. Oh, Mia and Ink and Gordon.
Gordon breaking the fourth wall of being like, I'm not going to film with you. Mia. I don't approve of this. She got 2 abortions. No, 2 adulteries, 1 abortion, and a partial pantry.
Kind of like, I was like, some of these things are her dirty laundry to air. Like, you shouldn't be airing all this stuff. But I guess.
Well, it's looking at your abortion. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I was like that. I was like, oh, it's a little personal, But I don't know. They just need to take the paternity test already and get it over with.
Well, Gordon's like, that's not my kid. Your kid was the one that got aborted. Yeah. And peace out.
Yeah.
I don't promote this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The logic, though, I mean, I guess it's not the worst logic, but yeah.
I can see.
And then for me next week to be like, on the clips, to be like, the fathers of my children get along. And it's like, do they?
No, well, this episode, she was like, when, Gordon is around Ink, they're cool. It's like, it is not cool.
No.
Gordon is not cool. Maybe he was having a bad day that day.
Right.
But he does not want to film with Ink. Not interested, so cut it out.
I thought it was interesting because Mia's done it before, I think in the finale last year when they kind of brought cameras back up to address whatever. Mia, I think, is a really good job of no, Gordon, that's not fair. Like what you're saying, she doesn't say that it's incorrect what he's saying or that he's misremembering or lying or anything. She's like, it's just not fair what you're saying. Like, you're, there's a thread of accuracy there, but, you're losing the context of it all.
And what you put me through.
Yeah. And so I like to, see her get credit where credit's due. Not that I think that the whole situation isn't messy, but, it's life. Life is.
Well, also the kids are right next door.
Yeah.
Hope they're listening noise canceling headphones.
Probably not. But let me get through everyone who's missing. Who's missing?
Oh, no, Jacqueline didn't really do much. Neither did Kiarna. Oh, her boyfriend is not a drug dealer. Maybe another boyfriend, but not this boyfriend. He is a social worker who is short.
Yes. And I like that Giselle was at least like, hey, that could be really hurtful to his reputation to be like associated as a drug dealer.
She should tell Teresa that.
Yeah, especially, it took me a while when we were watching. I was like, wait a minute, who was just like accused of being a drug? And it took me a while. Oh, it was Fuda. But
whether or not you are currently a drug dealer or one that has, putting that out there on the show is shitty.
It's shitty all around.
For Giselle to all people to be like, hey, wait a second.
And what was the whole bit about? Who was saying to her she's glad that Jamal's getting married? And
Karen was like, how are you doing? Jamal's
that weird deflection.
Yeah. She was like, I'm fine. I don't care about Jamal like that.
Right. And then for even Karen to be like, you need to be out there, having fun. Like, you need to meet someone. Like, I'm tired of seeing you as just nothing but boyfriends.
Yeah.
And even though Giselle just said, I don't want to get married. I'm not looking for anything serious. Karen was still like, anything to talk about what I need to be talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was
a little messy. Yeah.
But, pretty good post, standard. Your standard post girls trip episode,
right?
That is the huge girls trip, but we just have our vacation. We got to update everything on what's going on in Real.
Right. Yeah.
I was actually sitting there wondering, like, I wonder if the producers or if the network has like different names for these episodes. Like, how like in old, there's bottle episodes and there's different kind of
yeah.
There's a bottle episode. I wonder if like for the reality shows, if there's like we're not expecting this episode to do much because it's just a bridge episode,
or like PT post trip.
Right, exactly. And it'd be kind of interesting to like know the designations because every franchise, every season kind of has a similar flow.
Right.
Like we got to kind of create the tension, break the tension, build it back up and come back. And this one
resolve some things.
Yeah. This I think resolved a couple things. Kind of checked in, gave you some issues with their personal lives, and then moved forward. And they're trying to turn some drama on. I don't think it's necessarily taking. But I didn't really care.
Maybe next week's episode.
Yeah. So, I feel like we only been talking a few minutes.
Not much to talk about though.
It's true. So it's just a quick one then.
Yeah.
So till next time.
Till next time.
All right.